everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
Boy, you know, I did scold the ATF. Why is there an ATF? Anyhow, hi, everybody. My name's Ted Nugent. I'm high on life. I'm stoned on truth, logic, and common sense. And my politics are extreme. It's called the U.S. Constitution. So anyhow, thank you, all you heroes. What is this? The Bomb Squad. The Bomb Squad came up from Jeffco. They came up to say hello. Thank you. I love you guys. I got a pile of these. I got hundreds of these. Thank you, everybody. The Sheriff Department of Roosevelt County, New Mexico. But let me tell you, if you're not a shooter, if you're not a gun guy, a gun gal, a gun it, Barack. Oh, my goodness. Did I mention how much I love Minutemen coffee? I put a little chunk of Barack on the Pursuit Channel 8 times a week. I was tracking a deer and just erupt with deep guttural belches of the devil's name. And they have such resonance. I actually called in a buck. I've been sitting all morning with my trusty Matthews bow, and I hadn't seen anything because I live on Spirit Wild Ranch, and it's got a high fence, and it's a canned hunt. It's shooting fish in a barrel. Except for the last 26 hunts, I haven't had a shot at anything. So I guess I would have to make the barrel smaller and put more fish in here. The whole thing of a canned hunt is a lie. The whole thing that a high fence hunt is, that's a canned hunt. Oh, eat. You inbred cannibal dirtbag soulless squawkers. I can kill more deer on open ground in South Texas with no fences than you can ever hope to get on Spirit Wild Ranch or Sunrise Acres in Michigan. We have high fence because we have breeding populations. I'm a breeding population. Are you a breeding population? You know, I think Chuck Schumer married a man. I know Barack did. Because they're against Americans producing more Americans. So that's why they want jihadists from the Congo and Nigeria and Somalia and Syria and Afghanistan, military-age jihadists. That's why Joe Biden has the open border of African jihadists, Middle East jihadists, invading our country. Those aren't migrants. Migrants come from the neighboring countries to work, and they come legally. Those are not immigrants. Those are invaders. Look at these guys. These are the guys that are going to kill you. Well, that's outrageous, Ted, except they've already started. Look at these are not people seeking sanctuary. Anyhow, I know I get off track because there's so much ugliness. Well, speaking of ugliness, this is brought to you by TedNugent.com. Go to TedNugent.com. Get a personally autographed, I will not comply. Is that not the most important thing you can say today? I will not comply. Personally autographed. It'll bring you much mojo. And let's talk about why I'm here. I'm here because I'm a free man and I have a First Amendment. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. I have a First Amendment from God because the Founding Fathers went, here's a list of things the king won't allow. We know that instinctively and by all truth, logic, and common sense righteousness, these are our God-given rights to speak freely. Let's write that down. And we should probably have a group of us free people to keep tabs on who we elect to make sure they're fulfilling their moral obligation to the constitutional oath. So let's have a media. We have the right to have a media as a watchdog over those who we hire to represent us. So I have a First Amendment. I can choose my religion without a permit. I don't need a license. And my First Amendment is good while I'm alive, wherever I may roam. First Amendment rights, no permit or license needed. Same with the Second. And if you believe in absolute constitutional freedom, then you need to make sure that that's who you vote for. Go to, I'm going to put this on the screen, hunternation.org. My God. please get a hold of us at hunternation.org and be a force for God, family, country, law, and order. Like we did in Louisiana, that was Hunter Nation that won those elections. Believe me, I did the robocalls. We sent out the flyers to hunting families to vote their spirit and conscience. And the reason I'm able to do this because I have Anthem Tax Services. These guys at Anthem Tax Service, these guys are warriors for freedom. Please support. If you have a tax problem, if you have friends or family or hunting buddies who have a tax problem, these guys are on the Ted Nugent Kicker Team for Freedom. Anthem Tax Services, 800-813-9968. Take a screenshot of that. Have that handy if the IRS continues to illegally gouge your hard-earned money to pay to murder children at Planned Parenthood. You know it's immoral, it's illegal, it is wrong on all levels. But they're doing it. And if they are gouging you and hurting you with their tax torching jihad, call my friends at Anthem Tax Services. They've been at this forever. These guys are the warriors for getting out from underneath the IRS. 800-813-9968. Please do that. Anthem Tax Services, My Pillow, Mike Lindell. I'm going to do, this is a commercial break. What did Rush Limbaugh call it? A crass, vulgar commercial break? This is why I have a First Amendment on Real America's Voice, because of Mike Lindell and Anthem Tax Services. Go to mypillow.com. I've got his slippers on right now. I was just out burning trash. I fed the dogs. I swept the garage. I did the laundry. I vacuumed with my Bissell. Is that a Bissell? By the way, the people at Bissell, it keeps failing to charge. Can you help me with my Bissell vacuum? Why won't it charge? Anyhow. And I wear the My Pillow slippers. The dogs are sleeping on My Pillow dog beds. This morning I wore a My Pillow bathrobe, slept on a My Pillow pillow, slept on My Pillow sheets and pillow. Mike Lindell is a kicker supreme. Go to mypillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and buy stuff from an American hero. That's what I'm telling you. Also, Minutemen Coffee. Go to Minutemen Coffee. I'm going to do a Rush Limbaugh vulgar break here. MinutemenCoffee.com. MinutemenCoffee.com. Type in the code SPIRIT. It's so good. It's so delicious. Be sure you put real heavy cream, organic heavy cream, because if you buy products at the store, it's got all kinds of chemical warfare. So at least go to the organic stuff. Put a slug of real heavy cream, the kind you make whipping cream, the liquid whipping cream before you whip it. Whip it good. Put it in your Minutemen Coffee, all the brands, all the different liberal tiers. Delicious. Go to MinutemenCoffee.com, type in the code SPIRIT. Also, Century Wellness, water systems. Where does all this piss and vinegar come from? Venison, quality of life, and CenturyH2O.com. So I have great water, because there is no great water. I'm telling you. Water is the basic. I drink a big slug of water in the morning with my CenturyH2O.com water system. I'm helping you. You want to feel healthier? You want to have more energy? You want to have more spirit? You want to live life more to the fullest? CenturyH2O.com. These guys are mad scientists for the best water in the world. And then I put in my field of greens. I put my field of greens in the CenturyH2O water. And that's just think if I had any sleep, I'd squirt through the phone and stain your family tree. Also, the Wellness Company, Dr. Jim. I take this, well, we got a Wellness Company first aid kit. Go to Wellness Company. What is that? Wellness Company? The Wellness Company. What a great bunch of guys. Field of Greens, the Wellness Company. It's real simple. twc.health/TED. There it is right there. The Wellness Company. Great product, a great supplement that I take. They have a first aid kit. This is the foundation of my energy and my happiness, my life, liberty, and pursuit of gonzo delirium. I'm high on life because of these products. I swear to God. Are you getting me? Am I on the whole screen there? Because I see my head cut off, which is probably better fit for the optics. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in. Yes, there's a lot of ugliness and treachery out there. I'm 75 years clean and sober. No drugs, no alcohol, no tobacco, and no fat chicks. Anyhow, I'm telling you, Priorities. Well, I drink red wine. Okay, Shemaine finds this nice organic red wine with a backstrap from a buffalo. By the way, I'm going to send a picture of a buffalo. Brian, we hunted the mighty buffalo last week. Oh, my God. And I know some Native Americans think that the white buffalo is sacred and you don't dare kill it, where other Native American tribes believe that the great white buffalo is what it is. It's a buffalo. It's full of meat and skins for a roof. And the bones and the hooves are tools and medicine and spirit, and the sinew to make our bows and arrows. The buffalo was a gift from God, so we killed a giant New Mexico white buffalo, Brian and I. It was out of body. By the way, Rav Team, is this my third segment or my last segment? Because I only got a minute left. But I'm hearing the man. Oh, it's only the third. I get another one. There's more of this coming. You got to love this shit. So, do you know, and does your state trooper commander know you? Do they know you? Because if they don't know you, they don't know what you believe in. Does your chief of police know your family? Does your sheriff know your family? Does your alderman know your family and what you stand for and what you demand? Does your senator and congressman know that they took an oath to the Constitution, and do they know that you're watching them to demand constitutional accountability? Does your governor know your family? Because if you haven't dedicated yourself to participate in the sacred experiment in self-government, they're laughing at you, and they will go the bad route if we don't monitor their activities. I'm a guitar player from Detroit, and I monitor and demand constitutional accountability because I'm a radical. This is the real America's Voice Spirit Campfire, and I love you people, even the dirtbags.